We work with students on a one-to-one basis and we build a relationship, individual teachers to individual students, but collectively to be able to see the growth, the personal growth, the professional growth of many of our learners is obviously very satisfying for us. And there is a mutual benefit. We have a certain set of skills and knowledge. We'd like to think that enables learners to move in the direction they want. Some students end up at exactly the same place that they intended to end up when they started the program, and that might be moving into a dedicated training role. For other students, it's about greater clarity on where their career is going for them and a commitment to further studies to enhance that career. For other students, it's going into a small business where they will not work for others in a training role, but perhaps start their own training consultancy. We've certainly got students who've moved from the primary and school sort of environment to the adult learning environment. Where they've decided they'd like to be a trainer in a corporate setting, or perhaps move into the TAFE system. So there's a variety of reasons why people start, and there are a variety of outcomes. For some people it's just about getting the job, and for many of our graduates, yes, it has secured a job. But for others, the outcome for them has been a confidence with just the notion of and the use of e-learning strategies, that they may not have seen that even though they get a qualification as a trainer, they would ever have the confidence to be in fact an e-facilitator. So that's come out as an unexpected outcome for many folk. Students will often say, look, it was more than I expected. They'll often say it's harder than I expected, but that I learnt more about myself that gave me a clearer idea of what sort of career I wanted to move into. Some have moved in very different ways. Others have not been able to achieve that, but they feel they're in a really good state of readiness. For the notion of confidence is a recurring theme that students will say to us if we meet them at graduation or in the final stages of their course. And that confidence is an outcome that has come not just from the qualification, but also a self-image. That they see that that they can be better than what they thought they could be at the beginning of the program.
I don't think that I would have been capable of doing what I'm doing now without going through the TAA program, and I mean that in a most practical sense. This has given me a real insight and allowed me to develop programs that are meaningful, and the fact that I have in my second year with customers, repeat business, would mean that what I have is relevant to what they're doing. And I think it taught me that, and it taught me more about understanding this is about your customer rather than about you as a trainer.
Yeah, well, actually, I got a lot more than I expected from the TAA course. First and foremost, I got the job that I wanted. I was qualified for that position, and so I had priority over other applicants who didn't have that course. And then it also gave me the skills and the knowledge, the tools and the attitude that I need to use in my job as an adult educator. So basically every day that I go to work, I use the skills that I gained from this course.
I'm back in a training role now, and I do a lot of ICT type training, so technical training, but so it's a lot of internal training, but a lot of our staff do formal qualifications. So for example, that contain units of competency. So even to have an understanding of that and a background in even just the basics has really helped me work with them. We can map qualifications. We can, look at what they've done before, help them progress in their own personal development. So that side of things was something I hadn't had any experience to prior to doing the course. So yeah, I think, in terms of writing and delivering training, I'd had a background in that, but not so much the qualification framework. So doing the course really gave me good exposure to that.
Gaining the confidence to move into training has inspired other people to let me take on further roles. So yes, it's definitely developed what I do in the workplace. The TAA course enabled me to call myself a trainer because I was qualified to do so, and it also gave me the confidence to start training people.
Just don't give up, because at the end you will be happy and proud that you finished. And I am very happy and proud that I have done it, and I have benefited a lot from it. And it's not just a course where I just ended up with a qualification. it is something that I use every day in my job, and I can see how relevant it is to my job.